Hi. Ignore the thing behind me. I'm testing some shit. Hold on. I'm gonna trial this. Oh, shit! So, that's that. Hold on. Only chat's broken now, which is fine. You can see chat. I've got a whole different version of it. Backshot camera. Jesus fuck. Why the fuck? Why are you the most down bad out of the two of us, buddy? I make, I don't know what you're talking about. It shouldn't have been you. It should have been me. I needed this camera set up. There was a weird horizontal line there. Well, let me explain that weird horizontal line. What that thing is over there. I showed you the lens from last time. This is going to be weird. Hold on. Prepare the weird nerdy camera talk era. This is the lens I was talking about last time. It's a anamorphic lens, and I've never owned one of them before and haven't got to use it out, test it out for many things. I've been taking some photos on it though, which has been really fun. But hold on, let me show you. This thing, it just looks so cinematic. Look at it go. Oh my god, the chat. The like Streamlabs box on top of here. There you go. You can see my desk setup from like a more cinematic angle. I feel so dramatic. What that lens is an anamorphic lens. You'll see this horizontal line going across me there. It's because of that bar light. God damn, I feel like I'm in a either an ad or like an IMAX movie. Yeah. So let me show you a weird thing that it can do. Look at that. Look at that fucking Michael Bay lens flare having. Yeah. Isn't that cool? Anyway, that's pretty much it. That's the reason I did this entire thing. Okay, coming back now. I'm never gonna use that again. That lens is really awesome. Yeah, anything you pointed at, it just sort of looks like a movie. It's the rainbow thing on your desk. Oh, this is a pill box. Woohoo! I take a lot of vitamins and estrogen. As you can see, the field of view is much wider. And technically, the way that these lenses work is that they stretch the image that's being put onto the sensor. I don't know why I'm facing this way. Technically, how they work is they stretch the image to put onto the sensor, and then what I'm doing in post-processing is de-squeezing it and stretching it back out again. Well, technically, it's like compacted it, and then I'm squeezing it out again so it looks more normal. Fuck it, I can do the whole stream like this, champ. But anyway, hi. This is much less interactive. But, yeah. Shit, this is so weird. I still get distracted without even looking at chat. This is, the way this lens works is it's compacting the sides of the image and I'm stretching it back out again. If I look directly down the barrel of that, it kind of looks like an oval. And it's really difficult to see it. You might be able to see if I do that flashlight thing on my phone, but much, like, less bright. When it's out of focus, oh god, am I going to be able to actually do this? It kind of distorts a little bit, and you can kind of see how it distorts to the side. Like, it's not stretching it out anymore, but it's got a bit of like chromatic aberration and, you know, it's giving a bit of a fisheye effect. But that's kind of just how these lenses work. Kind of all anamorphic lenses. But this is also a 33mm anamorphic. If you're curious, it's the Blazar Remus. It's a 0.5 or 1.5 times squeeze ratio. They do make some that are in like 2 times squeeze ratios, so this would be even wider. But this thing can't shoot 3x2 open gate, so it can only shoot 16:9, so is the best you're gonna get. Okay, I'm going back. Oh god, it looks like a fucking webcam now, eh? It really degrades the quality of the stream. I'm not actually sure what the ratio of it is. It should be 16 times 1.5? 24/9? So if I divide 24 divided by 9? Or 2.6 recurring to 1. Look at that. You ever see me do maths? No. For damn good reason. That's the only bit I know how to do. Finn, what was that vid with Vlad? That was a minute ago. That was like, I released that nearly a month ago. Although, I plan to go back and go back. Fuck, he came here. I plan to go meet Vlad, like, soon. Except, those plans were cancelled today, because I completely forgot. I got invited to go to Athens, which would be really nice to go see Athens, but it's at the same time as TwitchCon. Look at you being so smart with I forgot TwitchCon existed, and I've sorted out my ticket for that today. Is anyone going to the EU TwitchCon? I'm not sure how popular it is, but anyone in the chat? Because I don't know what I'm doing yet. I also don't know where I'm staying. I should really book hotels in Rotterdam. Because it's back in Rotterdam again, and I got real sick there last time. I don't know how. I got convention flu, but it nearly fucking killed me. I'll be going for sure. Hell yeah. Oh, sick. That'd be nice to meet you. Yeah, sick. I can see you again. Hey, if I ever need to get changed, on camera. Ooh, yeah. Wait, hold on. Chat, I gotta try something out. This is gonna be from me. Do it on camera. You're right. You're right, Chatter. I will get changed on camera. I will become. In fact, I'll do it right now. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna really take on TOS here. You know, I was really just a bit fed up. That worked pretty well. Anyway, yeah, I'll be. This will be the stream from here on out. You could imagine this with a ponytail, though. What if I just move a bit of my hair forward? Yeah, that looks cooler. Screw it. Great. This will be the stream. I have no way to get. Hold on. I was gonna say I can't exactly turn around, move, or change camera angles. I do have a different shirt that's over there that I could put on, but yeah, fuck it. Okay, no, that ain't gonna work. Okay, let me just give me makes it way less cinematic. Okay, sick. Okay, so. I've been talking to I was talking to my therapist recently about my behavior on the internet. I was talking to a therapist recently, about a week back, and we had perfect. Much easier. And so this will be my new changing camera angle from now on. I had a meeting with a therapist about a week ago. We were talking about dressing feminine and shit, which I never end up doing in therapy, or talking about that anyway. In my personal life, this is very, very rarely what I look like. I'm I don't really do my makeup. I don't really wear I don't know. I was just gonna say I don't wear a bra, which sounds gross. But I'm not really putting much effort into my appearance on a day to day if I'm not doing a shoot, right? And I was telling her about a week ago that yeah, it's there's some embarrassment-y shame shit that I've was trying to work through about it. And she gave me the most obvious piece of advice ever, which anyone in you in chat could have given me, but this is a qualified professional, so I actually listened to her, which is just, yeah, you should just try getting used to it, you know? Have you ever tried just doing it until it doesn't seem abnormal for you to be doing? And then you don't feel like I think the phrase she used, I didn't say it. A year ago, I described myself as just she asked about my pronouns, and I just said oh yeah, I'm just I'm a bloke in a dress. And that was only a year ago. Only a year ago. Which seems weird anyway. A year and a little bit. But yeah, I started, for the last week or so, I've pretty much done my makeup every single day for the last week, and it hasn't felt that weird. I think there was a Reddit post about it. Let me pull it up. Where it was reposting this lens, by the way. There's that fucking streak through it because it's reflecting off the light. I was just sort of chilling. I took some mirror selfies with a bit of a weird anamorphic setup with it vertical. But I'll gush about that in a sec. But yeah, I was reading the comments and someone did say, she's so casually in a dress now, no big deal. As cool as the other side of the pillow in the background, the butt end of JK growling. But yeah, I'd wanted to exposure therapy myself into not finding this whole thing a little cringe, which is a weird problem to have in the first place. My view on me does not mirror my view on anyone else. It's embarrassing if I do it, but it makes complete sense if anyone else does it. Of course. Have you been voice training? No, because that's shit. Okay, I've worked myself into it. I haven't done voice training because it's embarrassing. Because it's a little cringe. Anyway, what I was saying before, I was telling my therapist before about this pretty much how I figured out my sexuality, or how I made it not weird for me, is a way to put it like that. Because I was so against and a little bit of ashamed of not being considered not straight that I really stuck to that. And I stuck to that while fucking a dude. The first week of being in a relationship with a guy, I was still I'm just straight, but I'm just figuring shit out. I don't know, maybe I'm having a mental break, no idea. And then I slowly over time went okay, fine, maybe I'm bi. I don't really have any voice dysphoria though. My voice doesn't ever bug me personally. If they keep the socks on, it's fine. That's nearly exactly my line of reasoning. But no, there was internalized homophobia is a real thing. Yeah, fuck. If that's true, then, well, yeah, I've got to be some flavor of misogynistic or internal transphobic, some shit. If you notice my neck, no, you didn't.
Well, mate,
Don't
if you're getting over
don't
the
talk
cringe
about it.
factor-
The voice is different in a way that I can't quite come up with a reason for right this second. So if you give me enough time, I'll
really go fast.
just give me a minute. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Okay. Look, I'll do it when I can. Okay. I'll do it if it becomes like a big enough deal that I should. I guess like it only really benefits me in like Uber rides or something, or if I'm ordering food. I don't know. If I ever have to talk to someone while I'm also I don't go outside much, chat. I think that's the main thing. It doesn't bug me quite enough. Can you change pants now on camera? No. There's no way to. There's absolutely no way to face that makes changing on camera for my bottom half okay. It's still definitely a Twitch TOS thing. Would it be? Depends what I'm wearing underneath. Try it. No. No. I'm not testing that out. When you bit by a furry. Oh, okay. Right. Look. I will show you the... I'll show you the damage, okay? Let me show you the damage real quick. Oh. Jesus, fuck, that's... It looks so much worse on camera than it does in real life, I swear to God. So anyway, I went to a concert to see Baby No Money recently. Wait, that's not related. I was trying to move on subjects. I have a whole fuck. It wasn't Baby No Money. Hey man, nice to meet you. It was so sweet. No, you were really nice in like a normal friend way though. Nothing happened between me. So I went to Baby No Money's concert recently, chat, over the weekend. I had never met the guy before, which was kind of cool. We'd been speaking online for ages. God damn, I can't make this sound more sus, can I? So me and this guy were speaking on the internet for a while. We had each other on Discord. I disagree on my voice is androgynous thing, because I wouldn't get the reactions from people. I do think I quite like my voice, to be honest. I used to not, but I kind of like it. I went down to London recently to visit a friend, and there was this group of people in front of my friend's flat like door, and it was like 10 guys or something that were just smoking weed out in front of this door, and I had to get through. And me being a little bit scared, just didn't say shit. But it worked completely fine. The fuckers asked, like, do you want help opening the door? It's a heavy door, I guess. Do you need a hand? Which was lovely. And they absolutely would not have reacted like that. Bear in mind, it's like 8, 9 p.m. at this point. That's not the way that people in England interact with one another. I think if I was just a regular dude, they would kind of have a bit of like a where you going sort of attitude to me. Like, they were just good. Lovely guys to say. Okay. God damn, I can't get out of this one. But no, there was like I passed for this brief time. I did brag about it to my friend. I'm like, hey, I passed just now. Great. But yeah, no, having to walk through a group of like 10, 15 guys that were smoking weed and hanging out in front of some random fucking alleyway and needing to get past them. And then them asking just like, hey, do you want help opening the door? That's not the reaction I would expect. However, if I speak to someone, if I say something, usually you can see it drop in their face. Like, whenever I order food, you see it in every delivery guy's eyes when they ask like for the code or something, like the Uber Eats code. Hey, it's this, and then they're fucking they just stare blankly at you, or they get very quiet. Maybe they just knew you weren't strong. Yeah, that's a much nicer way to interpret it, I guess. I guess I just assume dudes in hoodies that smoke weed on the streets at night in London in pitch black and hang around in front of random alleyways aren't just like super helpful dudes, you know? Those are typically the people that you're a little scared of, where everyone's wearing face masks and shit. No one does that outside of nighttime. That's not a thing. I don't think it's like it doesn't feel super safe to be or noticeably trans, I guess. Like letting people in on that is a bit of a thing you got to be a little careful with. God damn, this is such a weird thing that I'm part of this now. Like I figured I'll just, whenever it becomes an issue, I'll just get that surgery. And I refuse to look into the voice surgery at all because it sounds like it would suck real bad. And also, I don't think it just works like some magic change and then you're fine. Sorry, I'm getting non-smoking ads, so you give you horrible throat damage. That's about the vibe you give off. Sorry, let me read that again. Oh my bad. In America, we had non-smoking ads with some horrible throat damage. It's really about the vibe you give off. Holy fuck. Okay, that's what I'll say next time. Sorry, it's just the horrible throat damage from chain smoking for decades. Yeah, that's a good answer. I still, whenever someone asks, I just say like, born like this. That's my default answer for everything. Your voice, it's, you're born with it. You know how it is. And honestly, people are fine with that as an answer. I don't need to really give an excuse other than that. It's true. It works though. It works perfectly. That's a free one for you. Go try it. It works. Well, the horrible throat damage was Vlad's fault. You can't just insinuate that Vlad has done throat damage to me. That is deeply, that's a serious accusation, and I'll treat it very seriously. I'm just kidding. I'm going back to my webcam. I do like that camera. What I did here was I have this same lens that I put on that's back there, but I've popped it on a camera at the wrong orientation. So the camera's vertical, the lens is still the same. Oh my god, are you still talking about the anamorphic? Yes I am, because it's my new little obsession and it's fun. It's neat to take photos with the thing. Also, it's rare that you find anamorphic photos online. Like, it's been done a lot, but it's not a very common thing to do because they're typically cinema lenses and they're typically fairly expensive. Like, that lens is nearly $1,000, which isn't actually that crazy as far as lenses go. That's just a normal Sigma lens, cost-wise anyway. And it didn't used to be like that. Most of the time these lenses were like 10 grand plus, so there's very rarely any like photography on it. And it's so hard to use it for like, because the aspect ratio is always going to be not suitable for like YouTube, like 16:9 sort of thing. This is obviously producing a much wider image, then can't use it as much. So yes, I will still keep talking about it because it's funky. And also, dude, okay, the photos this thing makes kind of looks like almost like a dream a little bit. This is kind of like how you see, this is how like I see things in my mind's eye. Like the chromatic aberrations, that like everything's just, I don't know, there's just something about the distortion in it. It's just there's something about it. There's something about it that I like a lot. It just clicks. Hits something, it scratches an itch in my brain I didn't know I had before. Look at the newest post on the Reddit. What's on the Reddit? Almost Twitch TOS. This is just the, oh wait, yeah, hold on. Fuck it, I can see a clip. I can't see this thing in normal resolution. This is the only way I see it. Hold on. What? It looks alright. Damn. Alright, we'll see if that gets banned. That looks fine. That looks fine. You can see how messy my desk is. Although this is not that bad. I might have cleaned it. I might have cleaned it before this, knowing I was going to do this bit. But it's still not great. The lens is doing an awful lot to help it. I'll give it that. It's very out of focus. You can't see the, like, just trash. Also, you can't see the floor. You can't see that little bin bag, though. But we'll ignore that. That's fine. Bro, the Hickey. What Hickey? That was... So, what you're actually talking about is a run-in with a vampire that I have survived. I don't know what you're talking about. It took a lot to get over this. God damn. Fuck. Okay. Maybe I can cover that with makeup. Well, I was about to say, I don't know why, but I am just feeling super fucking uncomfortable. Not sure why. I'm going to stream again, like, in a couple days, but I'm going to end it off here just because I can feel the fucking... I can feel my... Like, you can hear it in my voice, fucking closing. Just an anxiety day. I am completely fine, though. However, I'm going to end off here. I will stream again sometime soon. But chat, I will see you. Love you very much. Goodbye.